Okay.
Well, there's my face.
And there's my face.
Okay, so...
Hello, my face.
Hello, our faces. Why did that reset the volume on me?
Okay, folks.
I think you're on mute now, Brendan. I'm not hearing you.
I was, yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Saving everyone the sound of me knocking back Coca-Cola.
Hopefully we are now back and we are slightly better synchronized. Apologies for that.
Sorry about that, folks. That scrappy young upstart Twitch just can't seem to get its resources together. But, they're so brand new.
They're so new. They're so avant-garde, Okay. Where were we?
Dark Passage.
You guys are going to send us to the dark.
We have a sturdy lantern.
Nice. All right, so we have a sturdy lantern. We're progressing on to day 2. Here we go. We shall take the dark path.
So if you'd made that previous choice at, 11:15 on the December the 1st, you've got to wait until December the 2nd if you're playing this as an advent calendar, right?
God,
so some of these decisions have climbed in a way that you've got to live with them.
I don't have to live with them. This is the streaming technology. We're going to do it right now. I was like, okay, we're taking our light to dark places. And because we're cheating and we're doing a couple of days at a time tonight, we're going to do at least one more day. How about that? Hi, Crime Panda. Thanks for joining us. Okay, here we go. How about a quick recap?
Okay, for those of you just joining us, we are playing The Ticking World, an adventure calendar written by Brendon Connelly. Who is our guest for this evening. This is a advent calendar, which is also a choose-your-own-adventure style game, where you have to make choices which, as an explorer out in the wilds, you realize the world is ticking, and you decide to investigate. And as you make those the choices, you trek different paths through December and across the world to solve this mystery.
So we're going to play the first day, or probably 2. We'll play the first 2 days, and then and then we will remind everybody where to buy your copy, so that you can be like, but I need to know what happens next, because I'm totally going to do that.
Ours is on order, by the way.
It is?
Yes.
Well, okay, I already ordered I have my advent calendar for the year.
This is mine.
This is yours.
There we go.
We'll share yours. And then I also have mine. Excellent.
Your advent calendar.
There you go, Alasdair, once again, a real role model for the people in the world.
What's mine is mine, and what's yours is mine.
That seems fair.
Exactly. Also, I will buy you chocolate, which is your traditional preferred advent calendar. Mine is candles.
Just responding to what Compost just put in the chat, I suppose in a way it is sit with your decision for 12 hours, but also it's the old chess rule. Until you've taken your finger off the piece, you can take it back. So maybe another way is you just spend the whole day going, is it going to be dark path or light path? And you can let it eat your day up.
Oh, I love that.
Really?
No, but it's going to be really fun. This is going to be great.
What we should do is we should find some way of, all of us, as we're doing this every day in December, being like, well, this is what I picked and this is why. Or but this is what you picked and this is... I know what we'll do. Chat, I've decided. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to create a channel in EA's Discord, which will be the Ticking World. And we can talk about our decisions every day, and we can keep track of our decisions every day and have lengthy, detailed debates about which paths we're going to take. And then you can share all of your lovely fan art, because I need your fan art. Because I draw stick figures in the adventurer books. Don't take me with you.
Say again, Brendan.
Sorry.
I'm saying I want to see this channel. I want in.
Yes.
Please do.
Okay.
Please do.
I'm making it out right now that I will make a Discord channel for Ticking World, because it sounds fun. And Discord is nice and asynchronous, so no matter where you are around the world and when your day is, you can contribute whenever you like, and we'll just be like day 1, day 2. Cool.
I was thinking about doing regular updates in the full lid through December as well.
You're only doing 2 full lids in December because you're taking time off.
Yeah.
So how about Twitter?
Twitter sounds great.
Yes,
Let's do that.
Twitter sounds great. Okay.
All right.
Day 2. All right, everybody.
Okay.
Now that now that we put the social net in place and gotten everybody, they're like, checked on your supplies, and, we have to come up with emojis for, like, which pieces of gear we have. Okay. We'll come back to this. This sounds really fun. I'm very excited about this. Right. Day 2. Okay.
Day 2. Let's do it.
Day 2. 2A. Ooh! Bird.
The further you make your way into the pass, the less snow there is underfoot. Very soon you find you are walking on cold, grey stone. At the same time, the edges of the pass become rockier, and soon those rocks get sharper. And sharper. And even sharper. Eventually, you come upon a bald black tree growing in the centre of the pass. It's so dark against the moonlight that it looks as though it was cast in iron. There is a huge crow in the tree's harsh branches, keeping a liquid black eye trained keenly on you as you approach. You think it best to try and keep your distance as you make your way by, but before you can get past, the crow calls out to you. "Hey!" it calls. "Hey! You! If you give me something to eat, I'll teach you a valuable lesson."
I know who that impression is based on. We will have words about this later. Finish your reading.
If you have a jar of grandel nuts and wish to feed the crow, go to 3A. If you do not, or if you'd rather ignore the crow, go to 3C.
I am regretting my life choices. I have no nuts to feed the crow.
So we can't do the poll.
I don't think we can do the poll, chat. I think the decision has been made for our lack of soggy peanuts. Yes. Unfortunately, maybe we could offer this. We are limited by the 4 nut. We cannot go. But I have lights. Don't you? You can't eat lights.
This is something I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, go for it.
And this is something that's happened on day 2. What I wanted was a sense of consequence.
Mm.
And the thing I could take away from you was your agency, in a way, really.
Yeah.
And I wanted to imbue your sense of agency with a heightened sense of importance by showing you that perhaps you could lose it. Now, there are very few occasions on which you can lose it, but this is a lesson in that at the beginning, in a way, really.
I see that.
And that pays off later.
I see that.
Just to answer the comment, Windows, no. Going back to the end of day 2, it says we took the dark pass, which is 2A, and 2A is here where we encounter the bird with our lack of nuts to feed the bird. So, here we go. Hoist on our own petard, suffering the consequences of our actions.
Exactly that. That's what this page is about. And hopefully also just enjoying May's brilliant picture of a crow.
It's a great picture of a crow, dude, I have to say.
It's a really nice drawing. I like it a lot.
I love the style, just all the way through.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about the art book that's going to come out for this afterwards. Okay, so we do not, it's not that we are ignoring you, bird, it's just that we have no grendel nuts to feed you. So we shall move swiftly on. Oh no! It says 3C. So this would be your dilemma for the whole day. You'd be like, do I start over? It's only day 2. I could go back and take the nuts and then I could feed the bird. Can I do 2 at once? I don't know. So no. Now we're going to go on to day 3 to suffer our consequences. Okay. We're moving on to 3C. And now I have to get creative because I have to look at the pages so I don't preview the wrong thing. Here we go.
3C.
Ooh!
At the end of the pass, you climb down onto untouched virgin snow. You have come to the banks of a vast frozen lake across which comes the distinct sound of ticking. There's a fish drying rack here, though there's little fish on it. If you would like to take some of what remains, add golden herring to your inventory.
Of course. Well, hold on. Let's not commit theft before I know if there are people here.
The shortest route onward from here would be to walk across the ice. You take a closer look at the sheet that has formed across the water, and your experience suggests that while it's thin, it's almost certainly strong enough to take your weight. At least, probably so. You've only been wrong about these things sometimes, though usually not when it counts.
To cross the frozen lake, 4A.
4A. To take the longer route around the banks of the lake, 4B.
Okay, first of all...
Are we taking... I love that you have phrased this as some of the fish. I love that there is a certain amount of kind of built-in ethical concern there. I really respond to that.
I would like some fish, please.
Good luck carrying all of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
We couldn't carry all of it. Right.
Okay.
When will you learn? Yes. Okay. So this is the end. We can make our decision now, chat. I will run the poll and we will decide what it is we would do on the next day. But that's the end of the preview. So here we go. Hang on a second. I have to change pages. Give me a second. Vamp!
Of course. I just, even with a little bit of this that we've done tonight, I really love how your trajectory through the world defines the world around you. But it also, there's a term which I'm sure you're familiar with, which turned up a lot in game design, especially when I was doing it badly, which was glass corridor, where you can see lots of other opportunities, but you can't get to them because the designer has prescribed a single route through the module. And
I'm going to run this for longer.
Really does feel, even like I say, across these first couple of days, this feels so wide, Brendon. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah, I kind of, this is almost a discussion to have in January, really, when we can sort of rip the lid off of it and sort of look at it a bit more. But it is a world. It's quite big. Locations sort of change a little bit. I mean, I don't really know what I should or shouldn't say, but yeah, what we've looked at tonight is almost a tutorial section, really, in a way, that introduces you to a lot of the concepts and adding things to your inventory, swapping things from your inventory, left or right choices, effectively, being denied a choice as a consequence of your previous actions, and some other things that I'm not going to mention because they're actually... It would be a spoiler to mention them, but there's definitely something you've overlooked, which is very important would be very important later on. And you're supposed to overlook it. It's sort of a clue hidden in plain sight.
Mm-hmm.
And
Excuse me, I need to go reread something.
Yeah, I want you to look more closely, really, I suppose, is what I'm saying. So yeah, there is something else going on here that I'm not going to say what it is. I'll say that the images are quite important, and they're sort of scripted in a way. What would be really lovely, what would really help with this thing, because this is a self-published calendar, because these don't exist and there isn't someone who does these things, so we've put this out ourselves. I know not everybody can afford to buy this thing, but it is there, and I'm really appreciative for everybody who buys a copy. Anybody who can tell people about this, because that just really means the world. And anybody in the chat there tonight who thinks they might know someone who's interested, please spread the word. And actually, I'll tell you the truth, some of the people in your chat have already done this for me, so I'm very grateful for the support.
Good job, folks.
There's at least one person in the chat who's got a copy of this coming to them in the post in the next couple of days, in fact. So so I'm really pleased with the support your chat group and your friends and fans are giving this already. But reaching people when we're not a brand, when we're really
it's hard,
small,
isn't it? Yeah,
it's impossible. So every bit of support really helps, and I'm really grateful to be here speaking to people who kind of get it.
Yeah, I got you.
Right? And it's important to also add that, support doesn't have to be, some people aren't able to make a purchase, and that's fine too. But what you can do is people can talk about the preview that we've done here this evening, or you can talk about, if you are in EA's Discord and you're going to be joining us as we're going along, you can get excited and share your enthusiasm.
Engaging with it is just beautiful, right? It's really great. And I chatted to a fellow from the BBC this afternoon. It was great. It was lovely to speak to him. But it was outside of his sphere of knowledge. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't something he had a sort of a reference point for. And I feel like we're all on the same page. Again, sort of pun intended. With this, we're all sort of in the same place with it, and I'm just really grateful for the opportunity to speak to people who sort of know what it is. And can engage with it properly,
Yeah, and it's also one of those useful things where if you're a writer and you aspire to write in this kind of interactive way, I know that we have a couple of folks in the chat who are game designers and who do branching narrative work like this. Hi Zalia, hi you. Just like with writing prose, the best way to learn is to consume a lot of that kind of entertainment. And so, that would be really good too.
Oh, yeah. And just the economy of the language is something which I'm just really responding to, because I can see that this it's all focused and all has intent, and it creates such an atmosphere. I freely admit this type of story is absolutely my kind of thing. But this evokes...
It reminds me a lot of The Long Dark, which I love. I absolutely love.
This evokes all the right things.
Just sounds fantastic.
A big shout out, I think, at this point to Rachel, to Mrs. C, my wife, and her contribution to the proofing and the sort of copy editing here. Alasdair, I think you know how that goes. It's just it's an immeasurable contribution, really, to have someone that you can trust. When it comes to these things.
Absolutely.
So the poll has concluded 91% were taking the long way around. Only one person wanted to cross the frozen lake.
Awesome.
What are they going to miss?
Well,
what's going on the frozen lake?
I know what's going on the frozen lake because I've looked at the picture a little bit more. I can't show you where can I show you where my mouse is? No, I can't show you where my mouse is. But you see, there's a group of fish hanging on the middle right side of that image. And then there's another group of fish down at the bottom of that image. What's that to the right of that group of fish on the bottom of the image? That looks like some sort of indication that it's either sharks with a smiley face, or it looks like fishing holes. So there may be people out there. I see Kiwi Jelly is calling us all
You're
cowards.
all cowards.
We're all cowards for not being willing to go and do the ice fishing. Wendy, I think being risk adverse is a completely valid solution, and I also think that this is literally walking on thin ice, and
you're usually right about these things.
Let me reframe this for you. I'm a lawyer. My job is literally all day long to evaluate how risky something is and what is the consequence of that risk. We don't have any facts about how thick this ice is. We have some anecdotal evidence from the description about, it could be fine, it could be good. So 50-50, right? Let's be generous. 50-50. Even 75-25 could be fine. The consequence of getting this wrong is drowning in icy water. So that's a real high consequence.
If you get onto 23 days worth of pages that were you drowning in icy water, that would be incredibly sadistic of me. Every route you take is going to take you through to the 25th of December. That's my promise. The consequences are not of that kind. They're of a different kind. So I've taught you the most extreme one at first, which is losing your agency.
Mm-hmm.
There aren't many risks of that.
Thank you. Okay. Well put. Very well put. Also, I cannot believe you lawyered that. That is so cool.
And also, Wendy backs me up. It's the lack of opportunity to diligently search additional locations along the way. There's not going to be a lot to search on the frozen ice bed. The bank has much more possible couch cushions.
Brendon, to provide you with welcome context, earlier in the year we played a very good, if extremely odd, a game called The Council for about 15,000 months on the Sunday morning stream.
Yes, exactly.
And it was defined by two things. Not one, but two very hard left turns into entirely different genres in the back 4 hours. And the fact that Marguerite developed this extraordinary mutant ability to find every random item scattered through the game.
Well, that's because they left me lots of them.
And
so
you found
it would
all
be
of them.
rude not to look
Exactly.
for all of them.
Exactly.
There we go.
I'll promise you that the ticking world is consistently in the same genre from start to finish, but I won't tell you what genre that is.
Fantastic.
That sounds great.
Now, if anybody in the chat has had a look at the word search and they think they can see anything else, I know, I think Wendy spotted the Grendel nuts, right? If anybody has spotted anything else, I'd be interested to see what they think they might have spotted.
That sounds great. And mods, can we maybe capture that word search and put that in the stream notes for folks for later this evening? That would be great. Folks, we've been going almost an hour and a half, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to say good evening to Brendon. Thank you so much for joining us. This has really been great.
This has been amazing.
I'm really excited to play
We
this.
have the buy link for Ticking World in the show.
I've been putting it
chat.
in the chat. Exactly.
Fantastic.
Hopefully nobody will hear any ticking this evening. Let's not get that immersive.
Please, just tell people where to find. You know, I'm speaking directly to the chat here. Just please tell people where to find it. Really, where to find the social channels. If not, if you don't want to direct people to the shop, just direct them to the social channels because we're going to have fun with it there as well.
Yep.
And you know, it would be lovely to know lots of people have this hanging on their walls this December. But any support you can give, if you can't, you know, I can't afford to buy everything I want to buy all the time. I completely get it, and it might not be your thing, but maybe it's your cousin's thing or your nephew's thing.
That's
and they
true.
won't
It
know
is
about
gift giving season by all means as well. So that.
But we're all the mavens, right? We're the mavens. We're the ones who get to tell people about the cool stuff we've seen. So you know, I'm just so grateful for that stuff, and also. Do you know, now I kind of want an audio version of this in which Alasdair just reads every page.
Yeah, that could totally happen. We could do
Might be nice.
Can you do interactive?
I could do that on Twitter. We could do it on Twitter. Use the audio plugin and run polls.
We'll have to... Ooh. You're turning this into a whole thing.
I'm turning this into a project in the 2 weeks we have off where we'll get bored and need a project. You're welcome.
Sorry. I'm a terrible influence. Really bad influence.
Or what? We could even just do you reading the thing for the day and then like not making the decision, and then you have to see the next day which one you picked. So it's just you're doing straight narration.
There we go.
But none of the debate. Or we'll run a poll. No, I'm overcooking this. Okay.
You're making it really complicated.
Let's just make this really good. No. Just have fun with it because it looks like it's going to be really, really fun, and I want Brendon to do more of these.
Yes.
So that means we have to
I
support
think,
Brendon
you know,
do
the
them.
truth is that the support I got for Circles made this possible, and the support I get from this makes the next thing possible, and so on and so on and so on and so on. And I am often choosing things that don't normally have a home, right? Like there isn't. I'm just popping down the branching narrative calendar shop. I'll see you in 20 minutes. I mean, there isn't a thing, right? So lots of the things I want to do don't really have.
But that's like the mirror universe. You know those crap little stands they set up at the mall every year at Christmas where they
Wouldn't it
sell
be great if
those
they were all
crap
game?
calendars?
If
What if
they
they
were
were
all
all interactive? Oh, put that in an alternate dimension in like universe. I need that as a piece of world building. I need that as world building. That sounds fantastic. Chat, we're gonna say goodnight to Brendon. Take a couple minutes. Please get up and stretch.
Yep.
Get yourself something to drink. Make sure if you need a snack, if you need to feed pets, if you need to feed children, if you need to feed yourself, if you need to take any medications or take care of anything else this evening, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and then we'll be back for some more interactive shenanigans.
One last thing.
Yeah, go for it.
I haven't cut my hair since before I was last on the stream. I'm not going to cut it until I'm on the game. Okay? See what happens.
Oh my gosh.
I've got to come up with something to get me back on here.
Quick!
I'm gonna
We'll be back in a few,
See you in a
Chuck.
minute.
Have a good one.